Hey, we all know how we're gonna die, baby. We're gonna crash and burn.
Alrighty, guys. So this is basically a review of the 2023 comic book haul season. I pulled a few books out that jumped out at me through the past year that I'm happy to have in my collection. Sort of a review. My pull list has probably been the lowest it's ever been since I shouldn't say that, but since about 2012. My peak was at 2014. I found my notebook where I was keeping track of all my issues that I was buying at the time, and I was up to, I think, 21, 22 issues on the pull list. So now I'm down to 5 and possibly 6 maybe, but it depends. I still get 3 Spawn titles. I get a Savage Dragon title, the Savage Dragon title, I shouldn't say A. Batman, yeah, it's 6. So then I get the Hulk, and I'm thinking about putting Transformers on. So it might be coming up a little bit, but it's just not been with new comics, it's been really scarce for me to buy anything or put anything new on the pull list. But going back through all the back issues I picked up this year, I think it's probably one of my best years for my collection. I picked up a lot of good back issues. I won a few back issues. I traded for a great back issue. A friend AOK'd me a great back issue, so it's really been a good year. Prices have come down. I'm not that kind of channel that talks about too much about value, but I still think it's got a little ways to go there. So I mean, before it hits rock bottom. So I think we're gonna hold on to your hat. I mean, if there's issues that you want, just wait, because I have a feeling people are gonna start dumping books here in 2024. But like I said, a lot of great back issues this year. If I took away all the Spawn books I picked up this year, this might be my lowest back issue haul as a quantity wise, probably about 2011, 2010, 2012. So like I said, a lot of great back issues. Speaking of Spawn, maybe one day I'll tell you about this picture. I need something to throw up here since I'm not doing First Descent. I only do those on comic book hauls. So got Spawn issue number 1. I picked this up for, I believe, $25. A newsstand copy. And same with Spawn issue number 9. I picked this up at a local show for $10. I talked the gentleman down a little bit. But I did a video about these newsstands actually a month or two ago maybe now. Just talking about print run and everything like that. So even though I don't really care for variants like this, for image titles like Spawn, The Max, Pit, Savage Dragon, it's sort of neat to have those in your collection. So even though I don't care for them, I'm a fan of not having a barcode on the art. So, but it's still great to have these in my collection, even though it's not something I had on my list or anything like that to go out and get. And if you find these issues, especially the early issues, it might be, if you're into investing and stuff like that, it might be wiser to buy the Spawns with the barcodes. But if you're like, great art, ripping stories, join Team Direct. This was an eBay purchase. Actually, these next 2 were an eBay purchases. This is a Marvel Spotlight, issue number 12, The Son of Satan. The first appearance. Some people say Ghost Rider 2. I've never read that issue. From the research I've done, Damien Hellstorm is basically in a shadow. So till then I can't judge it. So I'll just say the first full appearance. But it's just an awesome cover, man. Next up, I picked up Luke Cage, Hero for Hire. I actually paid a little money for this. I think I ended up getting it for, you can tell it's a little rough condition right up in here and stuff. I ended up paying, I believe, $85 for it. I'm still in the hunt for Marvel Premiere issue number 15, I think it is. The first full appearance of Iron Fist. I just remember reading those as a kid. Power Man and Iron Fist back in the day. They were always like the cheap comics, like the ones you'd always find in the 10-cent quarter bins. So they were pretty easy to get. So I'd like to get the first appearance of Iron Fist, just for that reason. And I'd like to get issue, I think they started at issue 50. So I'd like to get that at issue 50. So definitely book I'm going to be looking out for. The thing that sucks is I passed on it for like $70 this past con. I was like debating about it. I was like, I just went back, and of course it was gone. So it's the way it always goes. You find something you want, just pick it up. Next up, I picked up at the local con a few weeks ago, actually. So, of course, this is the first appearance of Red Sonja. Don't believe anything anybody else says. This is the first appearance. She's all through this book. It's one of them things that somebody's just trying to, just because Red Sonja's on the cover of issue 24. So it's a nice book to have too. But yeah, this is the one you want. But I ended up paying. What did I pay for this? I believe it was $60 or $65. I can't remember. The guy was real nice. He came down in price too. So yeah, it's been a book that I've been just trying to get in my collection for the longest time. And I'm a huge Red Sonja fan, especially. But I enjoy the older Red Sonja Conan stories. I have I think a couple issues of her solo series too. But really happy to have this in my collection. Next up was from an issue from a trade I did with our good buddy Psychotronic Squirt Gun. Link will be down below. Daredevil issue number 158. This comic should have been in my collection a long time ago. I'm a huge Frank Miller fan. This is the first Frank Miller on the Daredevil series. Just never found it for a price. Then Psychotronic was really nice enough he ended up getting 2 copies, so he was nice enough to trade me. So really cool for him to do that. This will be a book that'll just stay in my collection ever. Just how nice Aaron was to trade that to me, and he thought of me when he bought both of them. So I really appreciate that, and just super happy to have this in my collection. Now I got like a huge solid run of for Daredevil. I'm trying to collect. I did a video about this a couple months ago. But I'm trying to do issues 1 through 300, possibly 326 or 27, whatever the last issue of Fall from Grace is of that storyline. But I think it's 326 or 327. I can't remember. But my real goal is to get issues 1 through 300. My second goal is basically to get 7 through 300. And I'm a lot closer to that goal. It's just going to be finding these Daredevil issues with the 2020, 2021, and 2022 with the prices just being so obnoxious. Daredevil books were just not even worth buying at that time. Filler books, wanting $30, $40 for is just ridiculous, especially for like issues like Bronze Age books. I mean, I can understand high grade, but a lot of these books that I'm going through during the shows and stuff like that are just fine VF minus on a good day. And wanting near mint prices for them, But of course those days are over, and now it's going to be time to think 2024, 2025 is going to be the year I pretty much complete at least that 7 to 300 run. So basically got all the big issues. The only the big issue that I'm missing now after Psychotronic Squirt Gun was nice enough to trade this to me. The big issue that I'm missing is, I guess, the first official team up of Black Widow and Daredevil. I think it's like issue 89 or 90 or something like that. So that's the only real big book that's in my way. Now I just gotta knock them all off. Next up, this was actually in last week's video. Amazing Spider-Man issue number 299 from my good friend Mr. Rigamortis 86. His link will be down below. Super nice of him to send this to me. The first whatever Venom you want to call it. I call it the first appearance, but yeah. But yeah, super happy to have this in my collection. Now I'm only 1 issue away from getting Todd McFarlane's complete run of Amazing Spider-Man, so that'll be a book I'm aiming for this year. Who knows what the prices are going to do with that book? For some reason, it seems like ASM 300 and New Mutants 98 are just staying strong, I guess you would say. I'm sure they're coming down in price. I don't look at them too often, but every time I go to get a couple extra bucks in my pocket, I go to look them up, and prices aren't down far enough for this guy. But he's coming. I have a feeling I'm going to get one of those 2 books out of the way this year. But again, thanks Mr. Rigor Mortis 86 for sending me this book. It's a hole filled in the collection, so really awesome. Next up, this will be a CGC book. See if I can. This is ASM 361, the first appearance of Carnage. One of my favorite villains. I tried to at least get the ones with Cletus Cassidy in it. But I'm super happy to have this book in my collection. I have another one, but it had rusty staples. Out of all my books that I own, that was the only one that had a rusty staple on it, and it pissed me off so much. This is an 8.0, so it's maybe not as desirable as some of the higher numbers, but it's good enough for me. But to find this one and get it graded, or have it graded already, I ended up paying, I believe it was $69 for it. I walked right in there, I was like, yep, sold. Because this is right when this book was, I guess, crashing big time from the, I guess, the movie hype of 2 years ago. I don't really watch most of the movies, to be honest with you, so I don't really know what's going on with that stuff a lot. But all in all, a great year, I think, for my collection. Just showed some of the, I guess, the greatest hits. I usually don't show key issues and stuff like that because it's just not my thing. If I get a key issue, great, but I like to show a little bit of everything. And but this one, it's going to be pretty much all key issues, I guess. I'm a key guy now. No, I'm not like nothing like that. But all in all, it's been a great year. I can't wait to see what 2024 brings as far as collecting. I'll be giving a channel update in a couple weeks because I'm going to go in a little bit of different direction on some things. So all good stuff coming up. But next week's video is going to be basically whatever you want to call it, a retro PZ, where I show an old video because it's Christmas Eve. Yeah, I'll definitely do like a retro PZ. It probably won't even be too. I think I got a couple ones that are like 2 or 3 minutes. I'll put a couple of them together or something like that. I'll try to add some like flames or something to it. But all in all, great year this year. Really enjoyed a lot of the videos that everybody's been making. Definitely, guys, keep up the great work. I might not be able to comment like every first 24 hours or anything, but I try to at least catch everybody's videos. A lot of times I end up watching them on the TV, so on the Roku, whatever you want to call it. So they don't let you comment on that, so I have to go back and find everybody's videos and leave a comment that way. But anyways, probably should cut that part out anyways, but whatever, we'll keep it in. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Thanks again for all the support. Thanks again for all the new subscribers. Have been blowing me away. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you next time.
But the last time I played Father Christmas, I stood outside a department store. A gang of kids came over and mugged me and knocked my reindeer to the floor. He said, Father Christmas, give us some money. Don't mess around with those silly toys. We'll beat you up if you don't hand it over. We want your bread, so don't make us annoy. Give all the toys.